Hi folks, Melvin here from Optoproductions. I just wanted to show you a cool rhythmic patch with some distortion, filters and delays. Let's take a look. Alright, so everything is wired up already, but the brain of this patch is Yarns. So Yarns is like a 4-track MIDI sequencer. If I scroll all the way to the left, the layout is set to 4 triggers. So trigger 1 is connected to this mult over here, which is connected to Boba Fat, so a kick drum synthesizer. And I'm also sending the same trigger through a mult and through the OCP, which is at the moment just using an envelope. Trigger 2 is going into Plaits on the snare mode, and trigger 3 is going into the hi-hat module, also from Thing Modular. And finally, trigger 4 is controlling the hi-hat decay. Oh, and the rhythm, by the way, if you scroll to the right, we've got rhythmic generator. So you can generate rhythms. I need to hold start for 2 seconds for it to play. So if I go to part 1, that's the kick, and we scroll to the rhythmic generator, I can turn it off. Or one to the right, I can change the pattern. So that's cool. So for the drum sound, the kick, I'm just using an attack, sustain, decay and release curve. So no attack, medium to long decay, a little bit lower sustain and a bit of release. All the drums go into a mixer, and then the output is going into a distortion. So the music Thing Modular Minidrive. Great module, really easy to build and not expensive at all. The output goes through BBD Delay. So if I turn up the mix, this is a really short analog delay. It doesn't get any longer than this. But I'm just using it a bit shorter and then fully wet. So it distorts really nicely. And you can also apply a filter if you want it a bit darker. The cool thing is if I add some feedback, it starts to sound like a comb filter, and this can get really nasty. You can also apply modulation, an LFO if you want. But I'm not using that for this patch. The output of the delay goes through a filter, just a regular low pass filter. And then that output is going through a high pass filter. And that's coming back into clouds, set to mode 2, so the time stretcher mode. And that's nice because it has a high pass filter. But if you blend that in and just sync it by hand, that's cool for some texture. I think that's it. Then just play around with the knobs. Oh yeah, and the output is going through a DVCA, so a mutable instruments clone. And this can add some cool, I believe it is clipping distortion, so a diode, I think. That's cool. Right, let's see what we can do. add some feedback. Alright, pretty cool. Not a difficult patch at all. Just a few filters, some drums, a sequencer, a delay and a reverb. But just by playing around with the controls, you can change the sound completely. Especially the two filters in series add a lot to this patch. You can even experiment with putting the filter in front of the distortion for some more shaping options. Alright, let me know if you have any questions and I'll see you soon with another tutorial.